Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's Mark Thompson here. Welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for coming on. Before we get started, just a really quick sound check, just so I'm not talking to myself and you can hear me okay. So we have a lot of people coming on, so just give me a quick yes or a Y. Thank you, Tina. Yes, Nabil, Patty, maybe where you guys are calling in from. Giuseppe, Walter, Jeremy, Jeff, Tony, Rick, Mark, Jake, Francis, Ed, Sean, Tim, Will. Okay, getting lots of yeses. All right, Matt from Atlanta, thank you. Jamaica, India, Brazil. Okay, looks like all over the place. So thank you for the folks that are maybe midnight or 2 a.m. Wherever you guys are calling in from. We tried to make it at a time that was convenient for everybody. But today we have a really exciting webinar. My special guest we've had on a few times over the years. He's been a great marketing partner, friend. We've had the chance of meeting in person a few times, and my special guest knows what he's talking about. And so I really want you guys to pay full attention, take notes, just kind of a brief summary here. Now, I don't know if I'm just going to take a few minutes of your time here, and then I'll pass it over to my special guest. I'm not sure if any of you guys realize this, but before I started Digital Kickstart, I actually worked for the man, and I got fired from my last job, and I knew that I didn't want to be trading time for money, and so many people do that, where you get a specific hourly wage, and the number of hours you put in is the number of money you get from your paycheck. And a lot of the reasons why internet marketers either get fired or leave their jobs is to build a better life for themselves. But what a lot of people don't realize is when you become your own boss or you become an online entrepreneur, which I've been able to do over the last 5 years now, what a lot of people don't realize is you actually could be spending more hours working at your job, but you may have more freedom in terms of not having to answer to a boss or trading time for money, and the more work you put into it, the more it directly impacts your bottom line, right? And what we're going to be talking about today is how to build automated streams of income, because I can speak of this from experience. The first few years when I started, I was still trading time for money, whereas if I did not remove myself from my business, I wouldn't be making money, okay? Meaning I wouldn't be writing emails and sending them out to my list and making money. I didn't really have automated streams of income, and I started making a lot of money, but I quickly realized, hey, I'm still trading time for money. I'm still wasting hours in the day, whereas the more I work, the more I'm going to make, or the less I work, the less I make. And that's the most important thing that we're going to be talking about today, where you can set up systems and automated processes so that you can generate income while you sleep. Whereas if you just removed yourself from your business and you didn't work another hour in your life, you would still have income coming into your business, and truly, that's a business, right? Where you're just trading time for money, or if you remove yourself from the business, are you still generating revenue? And you need to think about that in your online business, and you should be asking yourself that. And if you're not, you need to be thinking of ways to create streams of income where you don't have to be trading time for money, and that's really what we're going to be talking about today. That's where my speaker, or my guest, Adam Short, that's what he's been doing since 2007, and he's been generating a six-figure per month income, setting up these mini automated streams of income. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. Hopefully you guys, that resonates with you, that connects with you. I know it does for me, because when I first started, I'm like, man, this is great, I'm making a lot of money, but I needed to reinvest my time and energy into ways to say, hey, if I want to go on vacation, if I want to take a trip, if I don't want to work for a month, 2 months, 6 months at a time, I know that money is still coming in the bank, and I have a profitable business. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring on Adam, who is our special guest today. So if you guys would give him a big round of applause. Adam, if you're with me, just let me know.
I'm here. Thanks so much for having me, Mark.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day for explaining what it is you do and explaining this automated system that people can really follow step by step. And I know you've been doing it for a number of years and you've tweaked it along the way. So I'm excited. I'll be sitting right alongside everybody else. So over to you, and go ahead and take it away.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thanks again for having me, and thanks everyone for taking time out of your day and your schedule to be here as well. I have a really content-packed presentation for you today, and my goal really for you by the end of the call is to understand this stuff well enough that you feel like you can actually take it and start applying it just from the info I'm going to give you on this call, and actually start applying it and seeing results with it. So we're going to go into a lot of detail on the call. I'm going to explain exactly how this works. At the same time, though, don't worry or don't be intimidated if I go over a few things or touch on a few things you don't fully understand yet, because you know, this is the first time that you're probably going to have seen a lot of this stuff. So just be aware of that. And with that said, though, I'm still going to be sure to go through things as carefully as possible with you. So the webinar is called Niche Profit Full Control, as you can see, how to create a 5 to 6 figure per month automated online business, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do on the call. So let's jump into it, because there's quite a bit to cover, and I want to make sure that we get through everything. So what is Niche Profit Full Control exactly? Well, it's really just, it's the name that I give to my system, the system that I've used to create an automated passive niche business online that's really last 8 years. So this is my blueprint for essentially rapidly launching new niche websites that each earn between $500 all the way up to $6,000 per month, and everywhere in between, and can easily be set up actually in less than a day. And number two, taking some of those sites and then ramping them up to $10,000 per month each, or even more. Now, this sounds kind of crazy, but the fact is anyone can actually do this, and I'm going to show you a lot of proof of that as we go forward. I've actually been teaching this system to a select group of people for the past few years, and hundreds of people are using it right now to make great money online. Many of them have left their jobs and do internet marketing now full-time. So like I said, I'll be sharing some actual case studies with you a bit later, but my personal results with this is that I've been using this formula, the same formula I'm sharing with you, to generate an average of about $107,000 per month in really automated passive income. And I've been doing that for about the past 8 years, and that's an average of about $1.2 million per year. So it's been a really great business for me, and it's something that I still get really excited about sharing with other people, because it's just a great thing having that kind of passive income. So what makes this system so special exactly? You know, I've been involved in internet marketing since 2003, and for the first few years, I mean, I really didn't get anywhere. And it was during that time that I tried a lot of different things, and what I came to finally realize is that a lot of stuff that people are saying works doesn't actually really work that well. There's only a few things that really work when it comes to building a real online business, and this is one of those things. And not only that, but as Mark mentioned, this is something that I've been using and refining for many years now. So it's to the point where it just has all these qualities that just make it the ultimate type of business to own. Number one, it's super fast. You can literally see income with this in as little as a few days if you follow it, if you do it correctly. Number two, it's evergreen, meaning that when you set these little sites up, they're literally going to generate income for you for years, and you don't have to put in a lot of ongoing work at all to maintain them. And number three, they're cutting edge. So I'm always updating the system. I'm also always looking for ways to make things a little faster or a little more effective. And I'm going to be showing you on this call the latest version of this. So this is new stuff that I've never shared before. And then finally, like I've said, it's automated. It really is. I'm going to show you some examples of that in just a bit. And it's highly profitable. So a little bit of background on me before we dive into the system. And on this call, we're actually going to be building one of these sites together. So you're going to get to see the whole thing in action. But a little bit of background on me, just so you know who you're listening to and you know my track record and my experience with internet marketing, since I'm giving this presentation on internet marketing. So I'm originally from Seattle, Washington. That's where I grew up, and I went to college in Southern California. I graduated in 2003 as a literature major. So I had no interest in internet marketing. My computer experience was really limited to Microsoft Word and surfing the net, and I just kind of fell into the internet because I graduated. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and a friend of mine called me one day and said, "Hey, there's a job opening at the company I'm working for, and you should come in and interview." And that company happened to be a search engine company. But not only that, it was a pay-per-click search engine company, and it was called Overture. So Overture, for those who don't know, they were actually the world's first big pay-per-click search engine company. They actually invented pay-per-click. So the invention came out of a sub-company of theirs called Idea Lab, and that was the idea to do pay-per-click. And then they launched Overture and used the pay-per-click model to build Overture into a billion-dollar company, which was then taken over by Yahoo, bought out by Yahoo. But anyway, so I entered this environment, and I didn't really know anything about internet marketing, and I was just floored because when I got to the company, what I noticed is that there were people, kind of this small band of rebels that were actually making money on the Overture network. They worked for Overture, they were employees, but they were using the Overture network to make money on the side, and they were basically setting up ads on the Overture network and just driving those clicks straight to affiliate offers and banking the commissions. Now you can't really do that anymore with pay-per-click. This was like back in the Wild West days of pay-per-click. So like you could do anything. So this was like a loophole. And I got in there and I saw this happening, and it just like blew me away. I was like mesmerized. So I started doing it, and I got really into it. And all my spare time, I just focused on setting up these ads and making more and more money. And I left Overture actually after about 9 months of being there. People thought I was crazy, and in retrospect, it was kind of crazy because about a month later, about 6 weeks later actually, my income, I was making great money, my income actually just got completely wiped out, literally in a 24-hour period. And that's because Overture changed their rules. The pay-per-click rules just started changing their policies, and you couldn't really do what I was doing anymore. So there I was, suddenly having no income and no job, and I kind of was in shock. And I actually started taking out credit cards and eventually found myself over $40,000 in credit card debt, and on top of that, roughly $120,000 in student loan debt. And so I was kind of scared of the internet at that stage. I kind of like withdrew, and I went back to corporate America. I worked for Expedia for about 3 years, and then I kind of crept back into it because I was like, maybe there's still something there. So I went kind of back into it and just started looking at it again, but this time with something that was rock solid. In fact, I was obsessed with building something rock solid and automated and dependable so that I didn't ever experience something like that again. So I was really careful. And it actually took me a long time, but finally I just figured it out just through a lot of persistence and patience and testing. And I first identified all the key elements in an online business that create total automation. And then I identified all the elements that create staying power, that make your business and your websites really immune from these kind of sweeping changes that happen online, because they do. The internet's evolving rapidly. And how do you build a business that just stays strong and doesn't get knocked around by those waves that are crashing all around? There's definitely fundamental pillars, ways to do that. So finally, I just took these two things and I just started testing and figuring out what's the easiest way to apply these two things and just do it in a way that's fast and automated and that can be repeated. So I started applying this approach, and my first success was with a little 2-page website on betta fish. A little site just basically helping betta fish owners take better care of their betta fish. So it was a little site. I launched it in late 2005, and within just a few weeks, the site had actually already made $1,000. And I knew I was onto something because I didn't really have to put in much work to make that money. And fast forward to today, that site still makes money every single day on complete autopilot, and I don't do anything at all to maintain it. So once I realized how well this worked, I just started building a lot of these sites, and actually built over 300 different niche websites in different niches, and took them all to profitability, and they make anywhere from a couple hundred, $500 a month, like I said, up to $6,000 and everywhere in between. So when you build a lot of sites like this, the income really adds up. Now, with that said, this is just scratching the surface, actually, what I'm going to be sharing with you on this call. And before we do that, though, I would just want to share some of my own personal financial results from doing this because just again, I just want you to see that I'm doing this, this is working for me. And rather than just pulling up some affiliate accounts or some ClickBank accounts, I actually wanted to show you my tax returns because just to cut right to it and show you that I do this. And so I'm going to just show you quickly my last 3 years of tax returns. So we'll look at 2012, and the business here brought in 1.3 million. And then fast forward to 2013, a little bit over $1 million, and fast forwarding now to 2014, a little bit over $1 million. And obviously, we haven't done 2015 yet. Now, the money's great, but Mark alluded to this, and I'm talking about this too. You know, you really can build a business that you can step away from, and you can really enjoy just the other perks that come with having a lot of free time and being able to do what you want when you want to do it. And a personal dream of mine has always been, ever since I was younger, to travel. And I just never did it. It was one of those things that I don't know why, but I just never really took the leap and did it. I always made up some excuse not to. And last year, I just really ran out of excuses, and I said, you know what, let's just go for it. So I just really spent much of the last year just traveling, going to different places that I'd never been. We went to Peru and Mexico, the Caribbean, lots of different places. And just really pretty much took the year off and didn't work. And yet the business still brought in 7 figures. So it was nice, it was nice making that money, but what was even nicer was being able to just not have any worries about my business or my financial situation, and to be able to take the year off and just go fulfill something that I'd always wanted to do. So that really felt great. And that's the kind of thing that you can apply to your own life too, of course, when your business is doing well. So these are just a few photos I've pulled up. Like I said, I've been teaching people this system for the last couple of years. We have hundreds of people, like I said, all over the world doing this, making great money with it. This is just a quick picture collage of just a few of them. But like I said, I'm going to introduce you to some people a little bit later and actually look at their real results and their case studies. The point of all this, though, is it's not about me. This is about you, and this is about you taking this system and applying it. So I just want to be clear. You can do this too. Absolutely. I have no doubt about it. And the great thing is there's no training, no prior training required. You can do this from anywhere in the world. It's simple once you know how it works, and it's inexpensive to get started, which makes it just amazing because you really only need a domain name. $10 a year there. One domain name. That's all you need to put this whole system in action and make it start working for you. Now, as we go forward, like I said, we're gonna actually build one of these sites together. So I'm not only going to be showing you what to do and explaining how this works, but I'm also going to be sharing some of my own real money-making sites on this call. And that way you can see how this works and actually see it working, and then you can just model what I'm doing. And I found that when I show people what I'm doing and explain it that way, that they can apply it better and get better results. So I hope that that's cool with you. So I just to get started, I've pulled this slide up, and I pulled it up because this is how I think a lot of people look at internet marketing who don't really know what to do yet. And I know that I was in this position for a long time. You look at something like this and you just don't know what's what and what works and what doesn't, and whether you need to piece these things together or whether you need to just choose one of these things or what to do. And that's really why you do need a blueprint. You do need a blueprint that you can trust, that you can just focus on, a blueprint that clears out a lot of this clutter, that puts these things together as they should be put together and discards the things that you don't need to be doing. And when you have something like that that you can trust and follow, you can kind of block everything else out and just focus on the system, and you'll get results that way. It's about focus, but unfortunately, this is what people are facing, and it just creates this kind of like inability really to focus, which isn't your fault. It isn't anyone's fault. It's just that's what happens. So I've pulled my blueprint up here on the screen. So this is the master diagram for my niche profit full control formula. You can see it fits easily on a single PowerPoint slide. It actually took me about 3 full days to finally get this looking exactly how I wanted it to look. So I don't know, it took me a little bit of time, but this represents $1 million per year business and how to build $1 million per year business. So I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at it. You don't have to fully understand it right this second. We're going to come back to it and fully flesh it out through this whole webinar. But yeah, I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek. So let's get into the system and let's start putting it into action here. So there's really two phases to this system, and you don't have to do phase two. Phase one you really need to do. Phase two you don't. Phase two is like icing on the cake. Phase one I call liftoff, and this is where you launch niche affiliate websites quickly that build targeted subscriber lists and generate revenue really quickly, often within days. And I call these automatic selling machines, or ASMs, and that's because that's exactly what they are. I can't really think of a better way to describe them. And like I've said before, you can just set these on autopilot after you create them, just like the beta fish site I just showed you, and just let them go, and they'll just continue to generate profits for you. And you can create as many of these little sites as you want. Now, the cool thing about these sites is that these are not, even though they're little sites, 2-3 pages, these are little rock-solid money makers because you're building a list. And that is one of the keys to short-term and long-term success online. That's one of the keys to creating something that's bulletproof, is building a list and then cultivating your list the right way. So if you're not doing that right now, if you're focused on something that's taking you away from that, I can't urge you strongly enough, whether you follow my system or another system, follow something that's teaching you the importance of list building, because just take it from me, I've tried it all, and list building is what works, and it's what's going to give you the most profit, the most stability, so many benefits to it. So that's why this system's centered around that. Now, the second phase of the system, let's talk about that. So I call this profit stacking, and this is where you take one of your niche sites, or you can take more than one, and you basically supercharge it. So you're actually, I won't go into too much detail now because we're going to go into detail later on profit stacking, but you're basically going to inject these sites with what I call profit generators. Again, we'll talk about that later, and this is where we'll talk about product creation too. That's one of the profit generators that you can use. There's multiple, but one option here is to transition from affiliate marketing to product creation, but there's other options too. We'll talk about all of it. So, but regardless of which profit generators you choose to use, it all revolves around maximizing the lists that you've already built with your ASMs. So your ASMs really form the foundation of the system, and then you just stack these profit generators on top. So we're going to be maximizing our lists, expanding our traffic sources, and ultimately multiplying our profits many times over with this. Now again, profit stacking is optional. For the first couple of years, I just built these little affiliate sites and built hundreds of them and made 5 and even sometimes 6 figures per month coming in doing that. So that's a very effective method. You can just rinse, repeat phase one if you want. But then phase two is what really allowed me to scale to $1 million, very stable and predictable and repeated $1 million per year without fail type business, and really cemented my business as something that was just, again, rock solid. So, but let's talk about phase one, liftoff, because again, you can, like I said, rinse, repeat this, build a very nice passive income stream online just doing this. So let's go into detail here. So the system, as you can imagine, starts with creating an opt-in page. Okay, so we have that up on the screen here, and then you're going to drive traffic to it. There's so many different ways to drive traffic, so many things that I could talk about with you. We're going to talk about Facebook traffic because it's some of the easiest traffic you can drive, and it just has lots of different benefits. So that's my preferred source of seed traffic these days, and I'll talk with you about that. So in order to get an opt-in, obviously, you know, a lot of us know this, we have to give away something of value for free on our opt-in page. When someone gets to your opt-in page, you have to offer them something that's going to appeal to them. And one of the best, easiest, and most effective things you can offer is a free report. They just work. And on top of that, they have other benefits too, which we'll talk about. There's a strategic reason for using a free report as your opt-in gift. And then once someone opts in to get their free report, you're going to take them through a very carefully planned out email follow-up sequence that's automated. It's a 12-day sequence, and we'll go into detail on what it is. And in that sequence, it's just going to be centered around promoting one product. That we're going to go over to ClickBank actually and choose a product that fits perfectly into the sequence. So the sequence is just going to be built around one product, and you're ultimately going to be selling that product as an affiliate and earning commissions, and ClickBank's going to pay you. So It's really easy. I mean, as you can see, it's not glamorous. It's not like crazy loophole type stuff. It's just, but if you do these things in the way I'm going to show you, it's just flat out effective. So if you want something effective that is rock solid and works, this is what you want to be doing. So let's go into, because it's how you do these things that's really going to mean the difference between big profits and automated profits and no profits. So you want to do it just like I'm about to show you. So we're here at one of my newer sites. So this is freelancewritingresources.com. We launched this site I think about a month and a half ago, and it's already making great money. It's a 4-figure per month site, and it's just a little 2-page website. And this site's targeting freelance writers. So a lot of freelance writers struggle because they just, they don't know how to make more money from their freelance writing. So this site solves that problem, and that's one of the things that these sites do, and that's one of the things to understand. And what we're doing here is we're identifying little niches, little areas on the internet where people have a high degree of frustration or even a high degree of passion, either one. And then we're helping them solve their problem by providing them with some good free information through our free report and our follow-up sequence, and then offering them, recommending a product to them to further their results. It's that simple. You're just kind of stepping in front of these people and saying, hey, I can help you. Come check out this content. And if you do it right, you're gonna make good money. And this is the automatic selling machine diagram for this website, this particular site. So what we're going to do is gray it out. So I'm graying it out because I just want to start with a clean slate. And we're going to go piece by piece, and I'm just going to retrace my steps and show you exactly how I built this. And this exact strategy I'm showing you, this exact approach, you can apply to literally hundreds of different niches. So we're going to just kind of fill it back into color as we go piece by piece. So we're going to start with ClickBank, and I'm just going to show you how to use ClickBank to choose a great product to promote. So when it comes to niche selection, it's often really overcomplicated by the teachings that I see out there. Niche selection is actually, it takes like 10 minutes if you know what to look for. So there's really, first thing to understand is that there's really 3 top-level categories where like 95+% of the money is made online. So and what I'm going to highly recommend is that for your first site that you create, that you focus on one of these 3 categories for your niche, because these categories, health, relationships, money, there's just so many buyers and there's so much motivation in that market to buy stuff. People are so frustrated and passionate about health, frustrated and passionate about relationships, frustrated and passionate about money. It's those 2 things that make people buy stuff, frustration or passion. So when you step into one of these markets, yes, they're big markets, and yes, there's a lot of other websites in these markets, but when you have a system like this, you can just step in, execute the system, and just slice off a little piece of the profits for yourself. And it's easy. There's no resistance at all. So with that said, yes, you can also apply the system to kind of weird, obscure little niches like beta fish. You can definitely do that, and that was my approach in the beginning. I kind of steered clear of these larger markets, and because I was kind of scared of them. I was like, that's going to be too competitive. So I looked for kind of under the radar kind of niches that no one seemed to care about. And the system works in those too. But so beta fish, for example, $1,000 to $1,500 per month site, but it's capped at that. I can't really take that site and make it any bigger than that. It's kind of stuck in that earnings area. And the thing is, it's just as easy. It's just as easy to go into a more competitive market like this and make just as much money, but then you can make a lot more money. You can scale it because there's more opportunity, and I'll talk about that more and show you how to do that in just a bit. So either way, you can go into the little weird markets if you want. I've done that, but if I could have started over, I would have started here and really focused most of my efforts on these 3 markets. So health, relationships, and money are the categories. Now, of course, those are just categories. What you have to do now is kind of drill into them. And there's certain topics within these categories that are especially profitable. So not every topic in health is profitable. Not every topic in money is profitable, but there's certain topics that now you want to focus on. So within health, for example, we have nutrition, dieting and fat loss, stress management. Those are a couple. There's many more. Within relationships, there's getting your ex back, dating for men, dating for women, and there's many more. Within money, there's real estate, investing and trading, starting or growing an online business, and many more. So if you look at these, you can see why these markets might be good. Lots of frustration or lots of passion. That's what makes them work. Now, what I've done is actually at the end of this call, I'm going to give you a free copy of my top 50 niches report. I just recently sat down. I spent a little bit less than a week and really just kind of carefully chose my 50 favorite niches of all time. Some of the niches I've gone into myself. Some of them I haven't had a chance to, but I just know they're fantastic, and I just put them all in this report. So for just a quick shortcut, if you just want to, again, I'm going to give you a download link at the end of the call. You can just download this and kind of look at one that looks interesting to you and grab it and build your site around that. That's a quick shortcut. But still, we're going to go through the research process together too, so that you know how to choose your own if you want to choose something outside of that report. So the next step, once you kind of have that lens on of, okay, I'm going to focus on these three categories, and is you go to ClickBank. And ClickBank, I think a lot of people on the call know what ClickBank is, but just in case you don't, ClickBank's an affiliate network, and what that means is that they connect affiliates with product owners. And ClickBank specializes in digital products like downloadable ebooks and video courses and stuff. So they don't really sell physical products. They do a little bit, but their focus is digital. So, and this system, and my whole system's based around selling information products. That's what I love to do, and that's what works the best for me for many reasons. I prefer it because one, you make, if you're an affiliate, commissions are very high on digital products. You don't have to, that's a big one. And if you become a product owner, you don't have to stock products or source products. You can just create it from your computer and sell it, and that's it. So there's multiple benefits that we'll talk about. But anyway, this system's perfectly suited and designed to sell digital products, and that's why ClickBank's going to be an important helper in this for us. So what you can do is you go over to ClickBank and go into the affiliate marketplace. This is where affiliates like us can go, and we can look at the products listed in ClickBank that people have created and listed here, and we can choose one to promote. And the question is, which product do we promote? So once I'm here in ClickBank, you'll see these categories down the left, and you can go into any category you want. Look for categories that kind of align with health, relationships, or money. So I'm going to go into employment and jobs, because there's a lot of good money-related products here. So if you look down the right-hand side, you'll see products listed. And the question is, which one should I be promoting? So here you want to look at gravity. Gravity is a number that ClickBank created that gives you a good idea of how well a certain product is selling. So you can see that first product there, Real Translator Jobs, 51 gravity. The next one down, Real Writing Jobs, 41 gravity. The next one down, Legit Online Jobs, about a 23 gravity. So what does this mean? Well, basically, 1 point of gravity is awarded when a unique affiliate makes his or her first sale. And a point is only awarded on that first sale, though, not on subsequent sales. So what that means, basically, is that a gravity of 51, let's say, means that 51 unique affiliates have made a sale in about the last week. But that's not taking into account that certain affiliates will have made much more than one sale, and that the product owner, him or her, is making probably sales on their own without affiliates help. So it's a minimum. But that doesn't matter. It's still an indicator of how well our product is selling. And what it's telling us is, it's basically telling us how many affiliates out there are having success promoting the product. And we want to be promoting products that are proven sellers, that other affiliates are already having success with. So a lot of people look at this and they think, no, that means I'm going to be competing with all these affiliates. No, that's not the way to look at it. You want to look at it the opposite. You want to look at it, if all these other people are having success, I'm going to have success too. Especially since you have this system to apply. You have the system I'm going to be showing you. So choose products with a gravity of at least 20. That's really the cutoff point. So 20 is my cutoff point. That's what I highly recommend. So with that in mind, I want to show you a cool trick. You can go up to ClickBank and just click on Advanced Search in the upper right, and you'll go into a screen that looks like this, and just set the little filter here to all categories, and set the gravity to higher than 19, because we want to filter for products that are gravity of 20 or higher. And then click search. And that's going to weed out like 95% plus of the ClickBank marketplace, and it just leaves us there, as you can see, with 245 products. And it's weeded out thousands. So that's pretty cool. I mean, 245 proven sellers. And what you can kind of do at this stage is just scan the list and see which ones fall into either health, relationships, or money, and then choose one of those products to build your site around. So Here's here's Real Writing Jobs. This is the product that I'm promoting through my site, Freelance Writing Resources. So it's in the employment and jobs category, and it has a gravity, as you can see if you look down, of 41. This is the site itself. It's basically a job board for freelance writers, helping them find more clients and more jobs. And again, it falls into the money category in the top 50 niches report. So we're done with that step. That's how, I mean, as you can see, that took us about 4 minutes. And you know, when you have the right lens, when you know where the money is, and you know how to identify products at ClickBank that are already selling, you can choose a niche like literally in a couple of minutes. Now, I just want to touch upon one thing, you know, and we'll talk about this more later, in the back of your mind, to try to choose a market if you can that you're actually interested in. It's definitely not a requirement. I've gone into, you know, most of the markets I've gone into, I don't have like a personal passion in. But what I have found is that if you choose a market from the beginning that you're interested in, when you get to phase 2 of the system, this is looking into the future, when you get into phase 2, it becomes a lot more fun because you're going to be doing things like, you're just going to be doing more stuff, you're going to be building your business bigger, and if you're interested in the topic, it's just going to be more fun. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to worry about that too much for your first site, but just something to think about, and we'll talk about that more. So we've chosen a product together, and now what we're going to do now, we're going to knock out our lead offer page, we're going to create our free report, and we're going to create our email follow-up sequence. And again, it's not these things themselves, it's how you do these things. So here's my opt-in page, and this page converts really well. These kind of modern-looking opt-in pages, and in a headline and kind of a transparent opt-in box, work really well these days. And actually, what we're going to do before I talk about how to create your opt-in page, we're going to talk about how to create your free report first. So when someone opts in here, you can see at the top it says read this free report, and then it has the headline, discover how you can become a successful freelance writer in as little as 72 hours from now or less. So people know they're going to get a free report, and when they opt in, that's when they're going to get this report. So I've created this little report, how to make money writing from home, and I want to tell you about how to craft your report, because this report, it's not just about getting the opt-in. A lot of people, like when they create the item that they're going to give people for opting in, they don't fully flesh out the purpose of it. So the purpose is not just to get the lead. It's not just to excite someone enough that they opt in. And then what you want to do is, a lot of people are going to read this report, and the way that you craft the report really sets the stage for how many sales you're going to get once people start receiving your automated email follow-up. So it's how you write this report. It's going to have a big determination on your sales with your automated email follow-up. So I hope that makes sense. Now, a lot of people think, you know, I don't want to write this report. I don't want to deal with content creation. Listen, you can create a free report in a couple of hours. You can outsource it for very inexpensively. Don't let that get in your way. It's a little bit of work you have to do, but it's something that's going to be paying. You only have to do it once, and these sites literally make money for years. So the trade-off is just a no-brainer. So don't let a little bit of content creation stop you. And what I'm going to do actually is give you a template here. So I've created so many reports, and a couple of years ago I got to the point I was like, I need a template, and I just started noticing that my best performing reports were all kind of written the same way. And I realized, oh, wow, that's exactly what I just need to do going forward. And it made creating these reports so much easier, and it made my conversions higher across the board. So I really realized that your report should consist of 4 components, and you just put them in order, and you're done. And you have a report that works. So opportunity is the first one, problem is the second, content solution is the third, and recommendation is the fourth. So if we go into our free report, I'm actually going to give you a free copy of this report. So you can download it, and I've left it color-coded for you so you can see the opportunity, the problem, the solution stuff. You can see them within the report and how they're positioned and everything. You can copy that, just structure, inject that into your own report. Just model what I've done. Obviously, when you create your own report, yours isn't going to be color-coded. Don't leave yours all colorful when you give it away to your subscribers. It's just color-coded for you. So if we go inside, at the beginning, there's opportunity, and that's in green. And the whole purpose of this is when someone opens your report, you want to start out on a high note. You want to get them inspired and motivated about what they stand to gain, okay? Because, and this isn't about manipulation or anything like that. You're approach this with the intention of helping people, of giving them a solution to their problem. And that's the approach. So when they get in, you're letting them know what's possible. You're letting them know, hey, you found a website here that's going to help you, and I'm going to be providing you with some great solutions. So you tell them about the opportunity that's before them. Then you talk about the problem. Now, people have come to your site in the first place most likely because they have a problem. So you want to describe the problem, and that connects you really with your reader. It tells your reader that you understand the problems that they're facing. And so you just a page or two kind of outlining the problem. Another kind of little cool side benefit of talking about a problem is that if you start out with opportunity and you really kind of inspire and motivate people, when you introduce a couple little problems, what it actually does is it motivates them typically even more, because they've already been inspired and now they just kind of want to jump over this little hurdle and get to the solution. So it moves people down your report and gets them to read it, which is what you really want. So now you're going to introduce the solution, and you're going to, for a page or two, talk about here are the basic things you need to do to attain what you want, which in this case is more money as a freelance writer. So you don't write a huge report here giving them all the solutions. You just kind of give them an overview of what the solutions are. And then finally you segue to recommendation, which is where you say, okay, for more information for an actual solution here, go to realwritingjobs.com, and you put your affiliate link there from ClickBank. People click that, they go, and many people will buy your product. Now, the free report isn't about getting sales. You know, people will click that link, you will get sales just from your free report, but the free report is more about conditioning and getting that relationship really strong with your readers, because list building, list marketing online, which is what internet marketing is all about, is list building and list marketing. It's not just about building the list, but it's about how you interact with the list. It's about that relationship with the list, and this report gets that relationship off on the right foot. And when people move into your follow-up sequence, they're going to be they're just going to get a lot more buyers, a lot more people who are engaged, who are reading your emails, and who end up buying the product. So with that said, we can fill in our free report. So we're done with that, and now let's go ahead and launch our lead offer page, also known as our opt-in page. So this one's quick. Like I said, these kind of modern-looking, kind of simple opt-in pages work really well these days, and you can launch them. And this is one of the things that's amazing to me. When I first started out, and even up until just a few years ago, launching an opt-in page or any type of landing page was a little bit cumbersome. But there are tools now that have just kind of come out, that are just coming on the scene, that make it so easy. So that's great for you, because you can literally launch a page like this, drag and drop, point and click, launch a page like this in 20 minutes. It's amazing. So tools like lead pages, like ClickFunnels, like WordPress, there's a typo there, that should say WordPress with 2 S's. Those tools are all great. WordPress works with, there's certain plugins. The landing ClickFunnels, those are 2 good ones. Niche Profit Press is my personal tool. It's very similar to lead pages. It has some other features built in, and we'll talk about Niche Profit Press later on in this call. But anyway, launching your opt-in page is quick. All you need to do, you can see that these types of pages that you're looking at, they don't even have any bullet points. You don't even have to write bullet points. You can just drop an image in the back and drop in a nice headline. So there's our lead offer page, and now it's time to move on to our email follow-up sequence. Okay, so this is where this is the heart of the system. This is the heart, really, of internet marketing. And if you know how to craft a solid automated email follow-up sequence, you just have so much power and leverage. It's like, because then you know how to market online. Then you know what makes money online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what I call my perfect email follow-up sequence, because I've created so many of these. I've tested these emails across so many different markets, and eventually it just led me to create like these master templates that I just started applying to each new market I would go into, and I just kind of tweaked them a little bit so that they were specific for the market. And I'm going to give you those templates at the end of the call so you can download these and actually use them yourself. So like 95% of the money, the writing is done for you. You just have to tweak it here and there. So I'm going to go through, and I want to show you why they work and explain how they work and yeah, what makes them effective. So these templates are responsible for 7 figures in sales. Again, they've been tested across hundreds of niches, and I've also color-coded these as well so you can see what's going on exactly. So this is just a close-up one of them, and we're going to zoom out now, actually. And basically, email marketing comes down to 3 things: content, opportunity, and recommendation. It's these three ingredients, and when you mix them in the right proportions and you put them in the right order, you can cultivate a list that loves you and wants to hear from you very easily, and also sell a lot of whatever it is that you want to promote. So it's all about just how do you put these things, how do you drop these things into a sequence. So the color-coded sequence is here on the screen, and I just want to go through what's happening here, kind of the psychology of taking someone through an email sequence so that it makes sense. So the first email and a half or so, you can see that we are starting out with opportunity and then moving into recommendation. So this first email here basically is starting out by saying, hey, welcome to the email sequence. It's really great to have you. We're going to be talking about all this stuff, and kind of just getting people really excited about what's coming. And then say, you know, if you want a quick head start, now we're moving into recommendation at the end of this. If you want a quick head start, check out this product. This is a great product. Check it out, and go click here. So now a lot of people say, why are you recommending right away? Shouldn't you just be giving away like a lot of content in your first two emails? And the answer is no. I've tested this so many times, and the fact is, when someone opts in, because people are going to get this email right away, when someone opts in, that's when they are very, very receptive to whatever, you know, whatever solution they're looking for. They really want it. I mean, they're motivated enough to give you their email. That means that they're in a frame of mind right there to take another action. So just making a light recommendation like this, nothing too heavy. You can see it's a small little segment. You're not ramming it. You know, you're not pushing it too hard. It's a good way to do it. You'll get some sales there without turning people off. Email 2 starts out with kind of reminding them. Here again, you know, I found this great product for you guys. This is just a shortcut. You know, I'm still going to be giving you a lot of great info, but you can check this product out, and it'll help you as well. And then after that, you kind of back off a little bit and go back into opportunity. So we're back into the green here. So you can see for the first 2.5 emails, we're kind of alternating between opportunity and recommendation. And two, people want a fast solution, so you're just giving that to them. You're like, here, if we want to cut to the chase, go check out the product. So it's not like you're going to be turning people off here. But then you kind of back off a little bit anyway, because you've made your recommendations, and now you provide some content, which is in purple here. And you just give away some nice little free tips about just to help people you know, move forward without trying to sell them anything. And now, whenever in an email sequence like this you give away some content, it's safe to do a little bit of selling, because the content really builds that relationship. And then emails 5 and 6, you really go into detail on the benefits of the product that you're promoting. So this is where really like 90% of your sales in this whole system are going to come from, is these two emails. I call these hard sell emails. And then after that, you back off a little bit. Okay, one of the cardinal mistakes a lot of people make is they send out selling emails, and then they don't send out content emails after. Because whenever you send out selling emails, inevitably some people are going to be like, oh, I don't want to be sold. But if you follow it up pretty quickly with some awesome content, you're going to re-engage those people, and they're going to come back, and they're going to get re-engaged, and then they're going to trust you even more. And the next time you recommend a product, which is down here, those people who were skeptical before might buy now. Because the fact is, and this is why email follow-up is so powerful, is because people are usually skeptical the first time they are exposed to an offer. Studies show that it's not until the 7th time, on average, that someone is exposed to an offer, whether through TV or email or whatever, that they buy something. It's the 7th time. That's why email marketing follow-up works, because you have an opportunity to do that, and you're doing it directly. You're sending people an email to their inbox. So yeah, take all this very, very much to heart and apply it, because this is what works. And then you can end your sequence just on a very positive note. That's what I like to do. A lot of inspiration and motivation to end things off. And that just really, you know, cements a strong relationship with my list. And later on, if I want to build the sequence out further and scale it up, I can, because I've left things on a very positive note. So let's just look, because people ask, where does your free report fit into all this? Well, it's the first email in your sequence where you're giving away that free report. So people opt in, and immediately you're going to say, hey, here's the free report, download it now. People can download it, kind of start going through it, and then they're going to go through your sequence after that and start receiving an email, pretty much 1 email per day. Now, this is one of the selling emails, just to show you again. So in your selling emails, you're putting an affiliate link to the product you're promoting. So that's, people are going to click that, and obviously you're going to get a lot of sales. So there we go. We've pretty much built our automatic selling machine. We're 99% of the way done, and now we just need to get some traffic. And this is actually one of the easiest parts, because that's another thing about the internet these days. There's so many more opportunities for traffic than there were when I got started. And like Facebook, for example, which we're going to talk about now, has come along, and it's just another way to easily get targeted traffic. So I'm going to show you a cool little Facebook tactic. There's lots of different ways to get traffic from Facebook. This is the one that I'm focused on and I'm using the most these days. There's lots of other traffic techniques too outside of Facebook. We probably won't have time to go into all of them because there's a lot of other stuff I want to cover, but I just want to show you this cool Facebook tactic real quick, because this is you can fire this off and it's automated, and if you do this right, you can just focus on this one source of traffic and that's it. So traffic is what obviously is going to ignite this whole machine and make it start working. So I'm here on my Facebook fan page. So whenever I launch one of these niche sites, I also open up a Facebook fan page. It takes about 10 minutes for Facebook to do. And then I get a little header graphic created like this. And I'll talk about this in a sec. You can get one of these created over at Fiverr for like literally $5-10 if you're not a graphic designer, which I know I'm not. Most of us aren't. So you can get one of these, and I'll talk about the significance of this in a sec, but once you get yours created, you just drop it in. It takes like 2 minutes to drop it into Facebook, and you're ready. Now you can use your fan page to start generating traffic back to your site. So I'll show you how to do that. So this fan page, as you can see, has 11,000 likes, which is basically 11,000 fans. And what this model that I'm showing you is all about is building fans first, and then redirecting those fans back out to your site where they opt in. And there's a lot of benefits to doing that, because with Facebook, there's really two main ways that you can get a lot of traffic. One is just to set up ads that send people straight from your ads to your opt-in page. So they see ads in their Facebook timeline, click them, go to your opt-in page. The other way is to build likes first onto a fan page and then redirect those likes out to your page. And then the second way is what I'm going to show you, because that's proved to be a lot more effective for me. So I'm here in my ad center, and actually there's two ways to get likes on your page. One is to set up a like ad on Facebook and build likes. The second way is free, totally free, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But I just want to show you one of my ads. So this ad we ran for like 15, 16 days, I think. It resulted in 6,000 likes, and I paid 5 cents per page like, which is extremely inexpensive. Like personally, I haven't seen 5-cent clicks, 5-cent actions like this since the Overture days. Like you can't, like it's unheard of to see pay-per-click this cheap. But Facebook's come along, they've given us this opportunity, and we should definitely capitalize on it. So you can set up an ad like this. This is the ad that I set up, and you can set one of these up really quickly. I just went out and found an image that said freelance is the new employed, loaded it into my Facebook ad center, typed into Facebook that I wanted to target people who are interested in freelance writing, and launched my ad. And this is called a like page ad. You can select this type of ad in your Facebook ad center, and this ad shows up on people who are interested in freelance writing. It shows up on their timeline, and then people click that like link there that I just circled, and they end up becoming fans of my page. And the cool thing about this is once people become fans of your page, they're now connected to you on Facebook, and you can interact with them and kind of direct them back to your opt-in page. So I want to show you how to do that now. Also, as far as like how much, if you want to set up ads like this, you can start with $10, $20, literally, $10 to $20, and that's enough to start getting some likes on your page, and even redirecting some of those likes back out and getting some opt-ins and making some sales. So you can just, with a really small budget, get this little machine in action, and then start reinvesting some of your profits back into your Facebook ads campaign if you want. But there's a free way to do it too, and that's just simply to contact other Facebook page owners and just ask them to post on their timeline about your page. And there's definitely ways to do that where it's how you approach people, and there are ways to make people very receptive to doing that for you. And again, we won't go into it now because I want to get through this one strategy, but that's a totally free way to do it, and that works too. So let's talk now about how to get these fans and turn them into subscribers. So there's basically 4 techniques for doing this, 4 things that you want to do simultaneously. So the first one is in your header graphic, put your actual URL of your site. People are going to see that. They're going to type it into their browser and go. Next, add a Facebook sign up button to your header graphic. You can do that in Facebook. Just click a little button. It adds this, and you can link it to your opt-in page. And then you can see that I put a little arrow here from my my URL pointing to my sign up link. So I'm saying, hey guys, when people see this, it's a very strong call to action. So you're going to get a lot of people clicking to sign up, going over here, and opting in. Next up, make sure that you fill out your About section and just put your link in your About section. Some people will click that, and they'll head over to your site and opt in. And then next, and this one's big, is set up a custom tab. So when you launch your Facebook page, you'll have just default tabs here at the top, and then you want to set up a custom tab called Free Report. And you can do that with, there's lots of little free plugins that'll do it, but I use ThunderPenny. You just install it into your Facebook fan page, and you just type in the URL of your opt-in page, so in my case, Freelance Writing Resources, and when someone clicks that Free Report tab, it pulls the opt-in page into your Facebook page. So people don't even have to leave Facebook to opt in. So that's pretty cool. So you'll get a lot of opt-ins that way. And then the most powerful way is to update your Facebook fan page, because whenever you update your page, those updates are going to show up in other people's Facebook pages. They're going to see those. Your fans are going to see those, and you're going to be able to interact with them and get a lot of them subscribing to your email follow-up sequence. So the best way to do that, I'm going to give you a strategy here, a system that really works well for this, and then I'm going to show you how to totally automate it. So the system involves, number one, posting little things that are either humorous or inspiring, just to kind of like give your fans something cool that they can look at on their Facebook pages. So I'll post things like this. I'll go to like Google Images or Pinterest and grab things like this. The writer is by nature a dreamer, a conscious dreamer, and those kinds of things tend to get a really warm reception on Facebook. So people are going to see that, they're going to like it and share it. And that's just a good way to connect with your audience. So, and then you want to mix it up though. You also want to post promotional posts like this, which are free to post, and you just again just post on your timeline. You can see that I'm saying, hey, go check out my free report. This could be really helpful to you, and there's a link, and people can click it and go opt in. So you kind of want to mix those two things together, and I want to show you just a system here and a way to automate this. So up in the top of Facebook is this little link, Publishing Tools, and they have this thing called Scheduled Posts. So what you can do is one day, just one afternoon or morning, whatever, spend an hour, hour and a half, go gather all of your posts, all your images for the month, and just load them all up into scheduled posts. And you want to post maybe at least once per day to your Facebook page. The more you post, the better, but at least once per day. Load them all up, schedule them to be drip fed out along with your promotional posts, and just you're done. Your Facebook page will continue to be updated, and your traffic will continue to flow into your opt-in page, where people will go through the rest of this system that we've already kind of fleshed out. And that's it. That's it. I mean, like I said, it's not glamorous. It's not glamorous. It's simple. But it's powerful. This is what works. This is how you make money online, really. So all of this is automated, and from here you have options. You have multiple options. One option is at that stage you can ramp up your traffic. This is what a lot of people who follow this system do once they have their site up and running and making money. Then all you have, if you want to make more money from it, you just add more sources of traffic. So there's a lot of other stuff besides traffic, again, I want to cover today. So what I'm going to do is just give you access to my free niche traffic blueprint document. So I'm going to give you a link to that at the end of the call. You can download it. It outlines multiple traffic sources that you can use and tap into. And just kind of add on top of your existing Facebook traffic source. Now this document, by the way, is extensive. There are literally dozens of techniques that I talk about in here. You don't have to do all of them. I don't do all of them. I only kind of use like a handful, 5 or 6 over and over. But they're all there, just kind of for you to browse through and see what's possible. And then if there's time, we'll talk about more traffic stuff in detail. But the other option is to build more ASMs, and this was my strategy in the beginning. I just went for it and built as many as I could, and you can do the same thing. So let's say you build your first one, and it's making, let's say it's just making like $700 a month. Well, that's nice, but that's not my goal. My goal is 5,000. So build another one. See where you're at then. You can never fully predict how much you're going to make. That's one of the things, and I've been doing it a long time, and I can never fully totally predict how much one of these sites is going to make. You just kind of have to get it out there and see. But again, my sites make $500 up to $6,000 per month from a single site. Those are my top performers, and then everywhere in between. So you get one out there. step back and then launch another, and see where you're at. I have one student who launched a site that he ramped up to 18,000 per month, and then I'll actually tell you more about his site in just a sec. So, and he just did that adding a lot of traffic sources. So you have options here. So now I'm going to move to option 3 here in a second. That's phase 2 of the system, and I've actually never shared phase 2 before with anyone. The system that you just learned, that we just went through, that's what I've been teaching for the last couple of years. And I just want to share just some people's results from just doing that. So this is William Lecoux. He's from Amsterdam, and he was like, you know, he had a full-time job in the corporate world in finance, and he basically was laid off and turned to the internet to replace his income, and was quickly able to do that. So he's making $7,000 per month on average, and has had a lot of success doing this, and he just got started recently. Joanna Amons, her story's cool too. So I've spoken to all these people personally. Joanna needed to basically find a way to stay home with her son and spend more time with him, and she can do that with her full-time job. So she implemented this. She scaled up her business to $12,000 per month. Obviously, this kind of business creates a lot of personal freedom too, so she's been able to work a lot less on her business, so 15 hours per week on her home-based business, and gets to spend a lot more time with her son, which was her goal, which is awesome. And then Stephen Cadlick, this is the gentleman I was talking about a few minutes ago, who basically just launched one site in a great niche, and he just scaled it up. He just started bolting on traffic sources and built it up to $18,000 a month. And I just spoke with him a couple weeks ago, and he sold his site for a huge lump sum. And yeah, that's what you can do with these sites too, because these kinds of sites that you're building are really, they're assets, they're long-term assets. They're not like fly-by-night little things. That they're valuable assets that can be sold. So I've sold many sites too, and that's one thing that you can do with these. So those are, I could introduce you to a lot more people, but I wanted to just share those again to show you, you know, other people are doing this. It's not just me, and you can do it too. And but I want to get to the rest of the content, and if there's time, again, we can circle back and I'll introduce you to more people who have done this. But option 3 is to move to phase 2, and I've never shared this stuff again until this webinar. So this is where you can really submit, like really, I keep using the word submit, but because it's rock solid, you can really build an amazing rock solid business that's $1 million per year or more doing this. Now, with the system I just showed you, you can still build a great business, 5 figures a month, but if you really want to scale up to like the $1 million a year mark, this is really what you want to do. So I want to go through that now. This is where you take one of your ASMs, and ultimately you ramp it up and you take full control of a niche, and that's where the full control comes into niche profit full control. So I'm going to show you one of my own sites in a sec where I've basically taken over, become the dominant player in the niche, and explain exactly how, you know, the procedure to go about doing it. So I just want to ask, just to kick things off, because this is a key question, I just want to, if you guys can answer in the questions box, I'd just like to know what your thoughts are. What is the #1 key to gaining maximum leverage in your online business? The #1 key to gaining maximum leverage. Just type your thoughts in the questions box, and I just want to say so. All right, Bruce is saying automation. Sam is saying relationship. Mark is saying SEO, affiliates. A lot of people are saying automation. So think leverage. What's going to give you the ability to scale up fast? Oh, someone just got it. And that was Tim. Awesome. Good stuff, Tim. So yeah, all great answers, guys, and all those are definitely ways to gain leverage. But Tim got it. It's product creation. So just making this simple shift. So making this simple shift just changes the game entirely. Like, it just allows you to scale up in multiple ways that I'm going to show you. So, and becoming a product creator isn't difficult. It's actually it's a very straightforward process. So, are you guys interested in learning about this? By the way, am I on the right track with you? Do you want me to flesh out the product creation side of this thing? Cool. Okay, I'm just getting lots and lots of yeses, and that sounds good. So let's do that. All right, guys. So this is really how to build $1 million per year business. So far we've gone back to our diagram here, and what we've done so far is really just implemented this section. So if you think of this as like the whole scope of what's possible in the internet marketing world, this is what we've done so far with our automatic selling machines. But when you become a product creator, you unlock the rest of what's possible that you can't do as an affiliate, and it's ultimately going to multiply your results many, many times over. Now, there's a lot of stuff here, and we don't have time to go through it all, but I do want to talk about the first part of it, which is product creations and product funnels. So product creation, it just has so many benefits. You're going to make more sales. You're going to get a higher profit per sale. You're going to be able to make repeat sales. It's going to strengthen the relationship with your subscribers. You're going to be able to have your own affiliates sell for you. You're going to be able to set up continuity programs if you want and have recurring billing in your business. And I call this process of scaling up profit stacking because the very foundation of it is your automatic selling machine. That's where you start. And then you get into product ownership and just start stacking these profits on top of your automatic selling machine. So the first step here in doing this is to take your automatic selling machine, and you're going to be promoting an affiliate product, right? So just replace that product with your own. So you look at that affiliate product, look at the strengths and weaknesses of it, and then get your own product created. Take that affiliate product out of your funnel, put your own product in, keep the rest of the funnel the same, tweak your selling emails a little bit, and then list your product in ClickBank. And that's it. So that's the first step, and that alone is going to almost immediately increase your income. For starters, you're going to be keeping more of the sale, more money from each sale. When you become a product owner, you're going to make more sales because selling your own stuff to your list is easier than selling other people's. When you say, like, this is my product that I created for you, your list is also just going to be more responsive because they're going to see you as more of an authority. And then also, what you're going to do is take that one product and just list it in ClickBank. And I'm not going through how to do all this now because there's a lot to cover, but you just list it in ClickBank as a product owner now. And now affiliates are going to see that product. They're going to start promoting you. And the beauty of it too is that you already have this automatic selling machine chugging along making sales, and what that's going to do is push your product up the marketplace. So it's going to move you to like the first 1, 2, or 3 pages in your category in ClickBank, and a lot of affiliates are going to see your product because ClickBank ranks products based on how many units are selling. So a lot of people, they get a product listed in ClickBank, but they never reach page 1, 2, or 3 because they don't really know how to sell it. But you do. You already have a system that's going to sell it for you. So just by default, affiliates will see your product, they'll start jumping on it and promoting you, and immediately now you've turned the tables, and now you have leverage. And from there, just doing that alone just start there, and you're going to double your income from your site ultimately, if not more. Because now you have all these affiliates out there doing all the work for you, driving all the traffic, and so that's a huge step towards even more automation and more profits. And the next step is to build out a product funnel. So I want to talk about that now. So you guys have probably heard of product funnels before. There's so much talk out there on product funnels, and that's because they work. All the internet marketing teachers and coaches that you might be learning from, they all have product funnels because this is how you maximize your revenue online, really. So a product funnel is simple. It's instead of just having one product in your lineup, you actually create a couple more. You create maybe 3 to 5. And then when someone buys your initial product, you offer them a second one immediately, and then a third one immediately. Those are called upsells. So a product funnel is a series of upsells. And I want to show you now what I call my ultimate funnel blueprint. I've applied this multiple times to multiple sites, and it works extremely well. So here it is on the screen, and if you don't fully know what this is or how to interpret it, don't worry. I'm going to show you one of my funnels in a sec on one of my sites that I created. Actually show you real examples of all this, so it should become clear. But basically the way this works is you give away something for free to collect the opt-in, then you take people to a very inexpensive product to buy, and I'll explain why in a sec. So maybe a $7 product, then you move them, if they buy that, you'll move them to your main offer, and then you'll move them to 2 upsells, and then finally a confirmation page. So we're going to look at a real example of that again, but the power of the funnel is hard to describe, but basically I guess the best way to say it is it's like a water slide. So when people enter your funnel, they pretty much have to get to the end of it, unless they close their browser, which very few people do. They buy your product, and then they go to a page, and they either have to say yes or no. I want this product or I don't, and that moves them to the next part of the funnel and the next part. So they kind of move down like a water slide, and you just kind of rack up sales as you go. And it just massively increases your profits. And then you can integrate your whole funnel into ClickBank. ClickBank has features in your account that will let you set up an entire funnel like this with one-click upsells. And then affiliates are going to love it because they're going to make more commissions because now you have a whole funnel instead of just a single product. And you're starting to build kind of a behemoth of a business here when you get to this stage. Now you can do this in stages, so you don't have to don't think you have to bite off all of this and do it all at once. You can create your $7 product first, start selling that, and then add your main offer after you've created that. And then optionally you could add upsell 1 and 2. You don't even have to add upsell 1 and 2, but your first 2 products there are pretty important. Now I have this slide up. Is there anything that piqued your guys' interest? Did you guys notice anything? I did, because I didn't mention it, but did you notice anything especially interesting about the ultimate funnel? That just it's kind of a open-ended question. I'm just wondering if anybody saw anything that kind of just jumped out at you that you wanted to know more about. Nicole, nice. Nicole says continuity. Matt, continuity. So yeah, continuity. I want to talk about that. Continuity is kind of the third pillar. List building, product creation, and then continuity. That's kind of the next thing that's going to take you to that $1 million or more mark, and it's also going to give you a ton of automation and just comfort in your business. So here's the ultimate funnel, and right there in the main offer is where I often position a continuity program, which is basically a membership site. And again, having a membership site, there's just so many benefits to it. I'm going to show you a way to create one that's really simple, and there's just so many benefits because you have customers now who are just kind of on a relaxed automated billing cycle, and that makes your whole business more relaxed, more comfortable, more predictable. It's so much easier to get someone into a continuity program and just keep them there by offering some good content than it is to always be going out and having to acquire new customers. And the mental shift that happens too when you have a membership site, you're going to feel differently about your business, a lot more comfortable and stable, which is nice. So this is the site I promised I would share. This is a full-fledged site that has taken full control of the freelance writing niche. And again, I started out with my automatic selling machine, freelance writing resources, and then I saw that the niche was doing really well, and I decided to fully scale it up. So we launched Freelance Writing Riches. Now, this site is big. I won't go through everything we've done, but I do want to show you the product funnel for this site. So the product funnel looks like this. These are actual screenshots of the sales pages, and it follows the ultimate funnel blueprint exactly. So at the beginning, I give away, for my opt-in, I give away basically what I call my LinkedIn client download, helping people get clients on LinkedIn. Right after someone opts in for that, they're immediately taken to a sales page to buy a little video called the Ultimate Client Getting Masterclass for $7. You price that really low because your whole goal is to get people into your main offer. So you price that low to weed out anybody who's just not willing to spend any money at all, and find those people who are willing to spend some money. So that's why I call it a qualifier. So then you move people immediately to your main offer, and this is the heart of it. This is where your business is going to be centered around. And for this, I offer a $297 video course plus $19.95 a month for access to a membership site. I'll talk about that more in a sec. Then we move them to a $67 upsell for a writing workshop, skill set workshop, and then a second upsell for a mind conditioning workshop before they hit the thank you page. So that's the funnel for Freelance Writing Riches, and I want to zoom in now on this main offer because this is where 70% plus of the money is made in this funnel. So if we zoom in on it, this is the actual sales page. It's where people go after buying that $7 offer, and the sales page is it's basically giving them all the details on this $297 video course that helps them launch a successful freelance writing business. If we scroll down now, though, you can see this is how we're positioning the membership site. So order today and receive a special bonus, 30 days free access to our thriving community, Freelance Inner Circle. So what you're doing here is people can't buy the video course unless they also get enrolled in the membership. And it's a really powerful way to market your membership and get subscribers. So you're going to get a lot of people enrolled, and this is how we've gotten over 500 people enrolled in less than 60 days into our continuity program. So this site is already at over 5 figures a month due to these kinds of strategies, due to this strategy that I'm showing you. So that's it. That's what I wanted to cover there with product funnels. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the clock, and there are other profit stacks. There's other profit generators, obviously, that I would love to flesh out, but we do need to move on to the next part of the presentation for the sake of time. And I want to talk about how you can get access to some things that are just going to streamline this whole thing for you and allow you to take this and run with it and see amazing results really quickly. So again, if we just kind of highlight those things in green, that's what we haven't covered yet. So there's a lot of potential beyond this for things that you can do to gain even more leverage in your business, but we haven't had time to cover those things yet. But we are going to talk about how you can learn these things and apply them in just a sec. So if we step back now and kind of look at this, you should be able to see more clearly what's going on here. We have so this is a $1 million business blueprint. You have traffic flowing in, and you're collecting a list, collecting leads, and then your business is essentially divided into two things: promotions and conversions, and content and relationships. That's it. Those are the two fundamental pillars of building a hugely successful online information product business. And if you just keep those two things in mind, then it's just about following techniques and following steps, implementing these different checkpoints across these two pillars. That's it. That's what building $1 million online information business is. And then over here we have return traffic, which is basically cycling your traffic back into your funnel if they decide to leave through retargeting and things like that. So, if you look at this and kind of think back to the beginning, this is why I was saying, if you decide that eventually, hey, I want to take this from a 5-figure per month business and now I want to become a product owner and build a real $1 million or more business, then it helps to go into a niche that you're passionate about. So when you choose your first niche, maybe pick something that you're passionate about, because later on, when you start creating products and stuff, it's just going to be so much more fun. You can put your heart and everything into it and just create great products and have fun doing it. And you're already going to be making money at that stage because you have your automatic selling machine, so it's not like you're going to be scrambling and having to invest a bunch of money in building the business. You just kind of reinvest slowly and build this up. So with that said, I want to give you just the complete blueprint for doing this. So about 9 months ago, I decided to just sit down and create a brand new course and put all of my most powerful software tools into it and create a coaching program as well that would literally just make it impossible for someone to fail if they applied it, because yeah, I'm just passionate about seeing people succeed online. It's something that I love seeing and I love being a part of. So this program was in development again for about 9 months. We spent thousands of hours on it, and I'm happy to say that it's turned out to be just an incredible program. So we've opened the doors for a very short period of time. We're going to be closing them actually in the next couple days, but we're taking registrations now. And I want to go through what's included in the program. So basically what it is it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint, a coaching program, and a software suite designed to enable you to build a 5 to 6 figure per month business in the shortest amount of time possible. And at the heart of it is the 8-week training program. So I'm going to go through the basics of what you're going to be getting each week. These little check marks on the slides just kind of scratch the surface. These are highlights because I couldn't fit everything on the slides. But each module goes into depth, step by step, on how to do everything that you need to do to build your $1 million per year online business. So I created this course. When I sat down, I thought, what would I have wanted? What would I have needed when I started out and knew nothing if I wanted to build $1 million business within, say, a year? And what if I wanted something that would get me to 5 figures per month within like 60 days? Something that would get me to $5,000 a month within 30 days. All those things I factored into it and created this program based around those things so that you can get fast results. But if you're serious about this, literally build $1 million per year business too. So this is a complete blueprint for doing it. So week 1 is niche selection, and this is all this is video training as well. So niche selection, we go into detail, in depth on multiple ways to choose niches. ClickBank is just one source of places to find and analyze products. There's lots of other places to go. So You're going to learn my 7-step no-fail market research process. We're going to go into reverse engineering. I'm going to show you how to deconstruct competitor websites and pull out all of their strong and weak points and use that information later on in the course to apply to your own business. We're going to choose a niche that will make money for you now and is fully scalable. So you'll walk out of week 1 having chosen a niche and you're ready to move forward. And if you want, I'll even review that niche for you and give you the thumbs up so that you fully know that you've chosen the right one. Because one of the most frustrating things when you're left on your own, if you don't fully have all the knowledge, is you can choose the wrong niche and everything else is difficult from that point forward. So I'm going to make sure that you have chosen the right niche. And then we'll move into week 2, and this is where I'll show you just step-by-step, in-depth, the fastest, most cutting-edge ways to set up your automatic selling machine. And we're going to be using some of the software tools at NPFC to do it, which will help you do everything even faster. So I'm going to show you just lightning-quick ways to create your free report, how to set up your opt-in page quickly, and little tweaks you can make to maximize conversions, how to deploy your perfect email follow-up sequence in less than a day based around the templates that I'm going to give you. And we're going to cover just 3 quick and easy traffic methods to inject into your ASM to just get it moving and get it making money fast. So stepping back for a sec, that's week 1 and 2. That's only week 1 and 2. There's 8 weeks. Just following week 1 and 2, again, you can rinse, repeat that, and build up a very nice passive income stream that will generate money for you for literally years. But now if you want to move to the next level and get serious about building $1 million business, you can move on to week 3 and beyond, which is where we transition now into product creation. And here I just teach you everything that you need to know about how to figure out what your market wants, how to go about creating those products. I give you my blueprints for creating written products. There's a whole segment on how to create video products. If you've never created a video before, I basically walk you through all the steps to doing that, show you how I do it. We're going to integrate your products together into the perfect funnel. I walk you step by step how to do that with ClickBank. And then we go into detail on how to create a continuity program to tag on to your main offer so that you can have recurring revenue coming in that pays you daily and on total autopilot. Week 4 is about gaining more leverage. This is about gaining knowledge about how to tweak and enhance your conversion rates. So here I'm going to teach you all about copywriting fundamentals. We're going to talk about video sales letters, written sales letters, and hybrids. I'm going to be showing you examples of these things applied in the real world to my business and other businesses and how to use them. You're going to get my fill-in-the-blank templates for sales letters, and so that you can just use them and apply them and plug them directly into your own business. We're going to install and optimize tracking, both click tracking and web tracking, traffic tracking, so that you can really, and I'm going to teach you how to interpret your numbers so you can really know how well your ASM is performing, and you can spot the little things that you can tweak to enhance it and get it converting even better. We'll talk about split testing. So for instance, like one thing that you're going to be able to do is you're going to launch your opt-in page, and let's say that it's converting at say 30%. 30% of people who hit that page are turning into subscribers. Well, I'll show you how to run a simple, and you'll be able to launch that page literally in 5 minutes with Niche Profit Press. Let's say now you want to increase your conversion rates. Launch another page with Niche Profit Press in another 5 minutes and set up a simple split testing campaign between the two. And you can increase your conversion rates that way. So things like that is what we'll be covering. Week 5 is traffic ramp up, and this is a massive module all about just covering dozens and dozens of free and paid traffic techniques. You'll learn about multiple things that I don't even have time to go into, but this is where we're really going to pile on the traffic. Some of the highlights are you're going to learn all about retargeting. You'll learn about how to launch and scale your affiliate program through ClickBank, how to lock in highly lucrative JV deals with larger affiliates, how to scale up your Facebook ads campaign, but much, much more. I'm going to be teaching you dozens and dozens of traffic techniques. Week 5 is profit maximization, and this is where we're going to be tapping into the profit potential of your list. I'm going to be showing you all the ways that you can extract basically the maximum amount of profit from your list while maintaining a fantastic relationship with them. So we're going to go A to Z, complete blueprints on crafting and executing product launches, blueprints and examples on how to diversify your email follow-up sequence with additional content and offers, how to deploy targeted email promotions to segments of your list for just maximum conversions, how to create instant income spikes anytime you want with limited time offers, and how to implement my complete webinar profit formula. So webinars are just an amazing tool. We're going to go through that in detail. I'm going to show you how to not only create a great webinar, but how to market it and how to execute it well to sell a lot of your product. Week 7 is content mastery. So this is where you're just going to be taking things to the next level. This is kind of the final phase of the system, and it's optional, but this is what's going to enable you to truly lock yourself in as the authority in your niche, as the #1 dominant authority in your niche. And it's through the use of content. Content still is king, and if you know how to use it and you understand content publishing, you can really use it to gain massive authority in your niche, to just get more people as part of your audience, and also just get a ton of traffic back to your site. So here we're going to cover how to launch a highly successful blog step by step. We'll be using WordPress to do it, and we'll be covering everything you need to know to do that, to launch the blog and also to run the blog. We're going to go through my rapid content creation formula for rapidly creating written and video content, and then we're going to go through my content publishing masterclass, where I'm going to show you how content publishing works. And it's not just about publishing content to your blog, it's about spreading that content all throughout the internet and social media to create a network of content and traffic coming back to your site. And we'll go into SEO in detail and how to lock your blog into Google and Yahoo and Bing and attain very strong organic search engine rankings. So you have a lot of free traffic coming back to your site from there. And then Module 8 is about fine-tuning and solidification. So this is about really putting the fine touches on your business so that it's really ready to go, and you can really just step away from it and really enjoy more free time and just a truly passive income stream. So here we'll just do some fine-tuning with your ASMs and your profit generators. I'll show you how to start. Provides great customer support for your customers, but doesn't require you to be part of answering those tickets if you don't want to. And then how to recruit and manage contractors to do the heavy lifting for you, and also do the little things that take up a little bit of time here and there. So we'll reinvest a little bit of our profits into that. And then finally, we'll end by reviewing my personal 10 golden rules of long-term success online, so that you can not only end strong but stay strong going forward into the future. Now each module comes complete with multiple course downloads. You're going to be getting templates that I use in my own business for instant results across multiple different facets of your business, worksheets to solidify key ideas, checklists to keep you organized and on track. And also at the end of each module, we're going to do a live Q&A coaching call. So this is where you can go through the material for that week, and then any questions you have at all, you can ask them on this coaching call and get them clarified so that you're fully ready to go and move into the next week of training and go through that and get the best results possible. So we're going to do these live via video and audio Google Hangouts, and we'll just hang out and make sure you get all your questions answered so that you're never having to second guess yourself. You're never having to guess which direction to go. You're always going to know exactly which direction to go. You can ask me and I'll make sure that you're on the right track. So what's powerful about this is that as long as you go through the training and you take action with it and you attend these live calls and ask the questions you need to ask, you will get results. So this is a very hands-on coaching program. That's one of the key facets. So now also I'm going to give you just a massive shortcut for your business. And I call this my $1 million swipe file. So I'm going to be giving you all my niches, all my ads, my traffic sources, my landing pages, my email sequences, my product funnels, and much, much more. When you come into the membership, you're going to be getting a backstage tour of my entire niche business. I'm going to be giving you all the things, all the templates, and all the files that I'm using to run my business. So you can just plug these in and use them, instead of having to test and make mistakes like I did and go the wrong direction. You can just use these things that are working to scale up your business really, really quickly. So you're going to get to access all of that. Now, this is an 8-week program. I'm going to talk about the software in just a sec, but this is an 8-week program. So the training and the software will be released in stages as you move through the program. Every 7 to 10 days, we'll release a new module along with the software tools for that module. At the same time, you're going to get recordings of everything, so you can watch the recordings anytime you want. You don't have to necessarily keep pace with the 8 weeks. You can move through in your own pace, but because everything's there for you at all times. But you can also go through it week by week if you want, along with me. So next up is the PFC private software suite, and I want to go into these tools. So I've never released these tools before. These are all packed into Niche Profit Full Control, and we built them to tackle the three key areas of building your business, which is market research, creating your sites themselves, and also driving traffic. So there's tools built in to automate and speed those things up dramatically. So Market Feeder is the first tool, and this basically plugs into the ClickBank marketplace. It identifies the top performing products. It also identifies trending products, and it just feeds them into your account. So when you log in, you can see a dashboard where you can see the top performing products at ClickBank instantly, and you can click and save them to a targeted save list if you want. So you don't even have to go over at ClickBank and do any sorting or searching. These products are identified for you, and then they're fed into your account. Next up is Market Analyzer. So you can take, if a market looks interesting to you and it checks out from Market Feeder, you can plug it into Market Analyzer, and this tool will look at your market in depth. It will look at traffic, volume, social activity, product reviews, and numerous other indicators, and it will score your market at different levels, and it will also provide an overall market score for you. So you can use this to gain deep insight into your market. And then in the training, I'll tell you how to interpret all that information to really understand the ins and outs of your market. So this is helpful to understand when it comes to scaling, for sure. And the next step is Competition Profiler. So this tool analyzes successful sites in your niche. Again, one of the biggest shortcuts to just gaining leverage and success in your business is just to look at what other people in the niche are already doing that are already successful. So with this tool, you could rapidly reverse engineer competitor traffic sources, funnels, and more. You just plug in the URL of your competitor sites, and you can pull back their funnels, you can pull back again their traffic sources, and then there are certain calculations built into the tool that will basically tell you, it will basically calculate estimated conversion rates. It will calculate estimated revenue rates, how much a certain product, for instance, is potentially generating for this competitor. So you can really drill down and look at not only where they're getting their traffic from and how they're marketing and what their strengths are, but also get a strong idea of what their conversion rates are and also how much they're potentially making from each component of their funnel. So that's pretty amazing. Next up is Niche Profit Press. This is the website builder I've talked about a couple times on this call. So you don't need lead pages, you don't need ClickFunnels, you don't need WordPress. This tool does it all, and it's extremely fast. It launches amazing pages. This is what I use for my own business exclusively to launch all my pages. It includes dozens of proven to convert templates, and you can use them out of the box, or you can easily modify the colors, the text, the layout without corrupting the templates. You can still make them look totally unique, yet still maintain their stunning look, and also have the key elements in place so that they convert. So you can rapidly launch opt-in pages, webinar registration pages, written in video sales letters, upsell pages, affiliate pages, articles, pre-sale pages, pretty much any type of page you'll ever need to create, you can launch all via point and click. So moving on now to our traffic tools. First up is Traffic Advantage. So this tool basically runs in the background, and you can type in a keyword. Let's say you're in the freelance writing niche. You can type in freelance writing, and this tool will go out and identify pockets of free, targeted, highly responsive traffic online. So specifically, it goes out to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, niche forums, niche blogs, and also Q&A sites, and it finds where people are commenting and having conversations. And it locates those conversations in real time so that you can go straight to where they're happening. So it'll locate a conversation where someone's talking about freelance writing. You can go straight to where it's happening and redirect that traffic back to your site. I'll give you an example. Using the tool, I just typed in beta fish, and it located this conversation happening in a forum about beta fish. So I just stepped in and posted a reply and linked back to my site. This one reply is averaging 3 to 5 visitors per day on average. So not a ton of visitors from this one reply, but it took me about 10 seconds to do. And when you do this over and over again, you can imagine it really starts to add up. So you can go out and just lock in these little mini free flip sources of traffic flowing back to your site. And if you do this 10, 20 times over the course of 1 or 2 days, you're already going to be getting up to, let's say, 100, 150 visitors per day to your site, and that's thousands of visitors per month. So you're going to be getting opt-ins for sure. You're definitely going to be taking people through your funnels, and you can do it all with free traffic just using that tool alone. The next tool, though, this is my favorite tool. I've been using this and having tons of success with it. It's called Social Leads Builder Pro, and this is a way to set your list building on autopilot, basically. So the way this works is, I'll just pull up kind of an example. We tried to put together a graphical example that would make sense. It was a little difficult, but basically you're going to be driving traffic to your opt-in page from Facebook and other sources and from Traffic Advantage, and people are going to be opting in. Well, when they do, you can set up Social Leads Builder so that it will invite your subscribers to participate in a contest that you set up. And in the training, I talk about all different kinds of contests you can set up. So you set up your contest on Social Leads Builder. So for instance, what I like to do is I say, whoever can send me the most new subscribers wins a $20 gift card to Amazon.com. So you can set up that contest in Social Leads Builder, and then you can invite your current subscribers to participate. So it's a fun way to engage with your subscribers, and the tool will give them their own unique tracking link. And it will advise them, okay, now go post this, let people know about my site on Facebook, on Twitter, on Q&A sites. Go post your link and send us new leads back to our opt-in page. So it tracks, so your subscriber can go out and get you traffic and send them back to your opt-in page, and it tracks how many subscribers they're getting for you. And then you can go into the dashboard and you can see which of your subscribers are sending you new subscribers, and you can run your contest, say for 5-10 days, pick a winner and send them their gift card. Now the amazing thing about it is that it's viral. Once you start this, which is awesome, because those subscribers are going to be sending you new subscribers, and those new subscribers who come into your list are going to be recruited as well into the contest, or at least invited, not recruited, but invited to participate. Many of them will. So it turns into this thing that just keeps ballooning outwards and is extremely powerful. So moving forward to community and coaching. So community and coaching, there's a high level of niche profit full control. Again, there's a lot of hand-holding. You're going to have access to me in the forum. You're going to have access to my team of 10 niche profit mentors who are already making money with this system. They could easily charge for their time, but they're inside there and they're going to be helping you. So you can ask questions. You're never going to get stuck. Next up, 2 amazing limited quantity bonuses. So these are very limited. The first one, and I'll talk about why in a bit, but basically we need to preserve the value of these. So first up is my complete goal setting and time management video course. So this is where basically you can come into NPC, you can access this NPFC, you can access this course, and it's just going to help you set very clear goals for what you want out of the course. So part 1, I'm going to give you just an amazing goal setting formula so that you clarify what you want, you set your goal very clearly, and then you can do some exercises that will just really make your goal a central part of your life. So it's all about gaining focus and gaining perspective on what you want. And then part 2 is all about just using very simple but very effective time management techniques daily to make sure that you stay productive. So one of the techniques I'll give you, it literally forces you to stay focused when you're working. So if you only have an hour a day in the beginning to do this, when you sit down for that hour, it's literally impossible to get distracted, and I explain how that works in the course. So it's just going to help you stay organized and maintain maximum productivity as you're going through this and building your 7-figure business. The second bonus is 8 ready-made plug-and-play niche businesses. So my personal team has gone out and we've created these niche businesses for you in some of the best niches online, and we're just giving them to you. They include a 30-day autoresponder sequence with content and selling emails, 20 high-quality articles, a tested and proven opt-in page with sales copy, and 2 high-quality free reports, everything that you need. So you just plug these into Niche Profit Press, and literally in a couple of minutes your ASM is launched. And again, you're going to be getting 1 per week for 8 weeks. So profit potential wise, if you launch these, you follow the system, you drive the traffic to these, at a minimum we're looking at, you know, a potential of $500 to $1,000 per month from each of these if you do it and you stay focused and you execute and use these. So just with these alone, at the end of the 8 weeks, we're looking at potential revenue of $4,000 to $8,000 per month from just these sites, and this is exclusive of you building your own sites. Also, these are in amazing niches, so you're going to have 8 sites now that you could take up to the next level now and scale if you want to. So with that said, let's review really quickly everything that you're getting with the program, and then I'm going to give you a link where you can lock in your registration. So the program includes the NPFC 8-week training program, 8 live Q&A coaching calls with me, all of the templates, worksheets, and checklists, the $1 Million Niche Profit Swipe File, the NPFC software suite, the private forum with myself and mentors. Bonus number 1 is goal setting and time management video course, and bonus number 2, 8 ready-made niche businesses. The total value of all this, you can see on the right, is $31,000. You're getting all of this. There's no extra costs or hidden fees. All of this is packed into the program. So the total value is $31,000, and that doesn't include the development costs. The software suite alone was $130,000 to create. The ready-made niche businesses, $5,000 plus, testing costs, $15,000 plus, so we could make sure this was completely rock solid for you. So total development costs were over $150,000, and that does not include the thousands of hours spent creating the program. So before I pull up the special link and give you the price, I just want to let you know this is extremely limited. I know that you've been through this webinar, so I would hate for you to not lock in your spot and then come back a few days later and we've closed, because once spots fill up, we will be closing and we'll be focusing on our current students for the next 8 weeks. So I'm investing a lot of my personal time in the coaching aspect of this, so we can't take on too many people, and again, I don't want you to miss out. So just a heads up, and when we do close our doors in the next couple of days, we won't be opening again this year, so just a heads up. So as far as cost, you're not going to pay the total value of the course. You're not going to pay $31,000 or even $20,000 or even $10,000 for access to this blueprint. So $5,000. Let me just ask, if investing $5,000 right now into something that would yield for you years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, thousands of dollars per month in automated, passive, reliable income, and also gave you an education that just gave you the power to scale your business up as big as you wanted, would that be worth $5,000? I know that going back, if this was in front of me and I was sitting there and knowing what I know now, I know that it would have been worth a lot more than that. But you're not going to be paying $5,000 today. You can actually get complete access for 3 payments of $597. Spaced 30 days apart, and in fact you can actually get started for even less. So when you go to the order page, you can get an instant payment discount option. If you pay in full, you can get a discount of $294. So step 1 is to go to nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart, make your investment. You can get the $294 discount option there and get started. Also, the bonuses are limited to the first 25. We have hundreds of people on the call. So the 8 ready-made niche businesses, the goal setting and time management course, we're going to be taking those down after we hit the first 25 registrations. So go to nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart to lock in your membership, your enrollment. Also, you're protected by our 100% money-back guarantee. You can try everything out risk-free for 30 days, completely risk-free. If you're not happy with the program for whatever reason, you can get a full refund. I'm willing to take on all the risks of the program because I know if you go in and you approach it and stay focused and you take action, you will see results. And that's what I want for you. I want you to see for yourself that this actually works and not just take my word for it. So again, the link is nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart. And with that said, we'll keep track of where we're at with bonuses on this end. And Mark, I know you had some bonuses too, so is now a good time to talk about those?
Yeah, thanks, Adam. I am here. So that was awesome content, guys. If you haven't had a chance to go, I just put a link in the chat box as well in the GoToWebinar panel, so you can click on that link. It's just nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart and join Adam's program. Now, what's really funny is a lot of people don't realize that I was one of Adam's students back in the day. Like when I first started, this is how I got my start online. I actually bought into Adam's program back in the day when he first started doing this and followed what he was doing. So I'm actually proud to say that I'm one of Adam's students, and his stuff is high quality, and it's fun just to see the evolution over time of what Adam has been able to do with his business and also his students. And I'm a software guy. I love building software, and it's cool to see all the different software tools that Adam has built into this program. So definitely take advantage of it. It is 100% worth it, worth the investment, and with all the bonuses, you guys really can't go wrong. Now, what I am going to do for you guys on this live call, I have some bonuses that I'm going to be giving you guys, and actually 2 more bonuses that I actually didn't tell Adam I was going to give you guys just after watching the presentation with Adam, and there's 2 products that I've created that I think you guys are absolutely going to love. I know Adam has to go in really soon, so I'm going to try to go through this really quickly, and then I'll stay on afterwards to go through the 2 additional bonuses that you guys are going to get. So let me go through the first, the 4 bonuses that we originally planned on giving you guys. And so the first one is our Stuffs by Adobe Air application. Basically what you do with the software, you put in a product, a keyword, and it goes out to Amazon, it goes out to eBay, and it finds all of these amazing products that you can build niche sites around. And I'm sure what you'll see in Adam's course, he'll be talking about how to manually go through and find products. This is a really cool piece of software that's not available to the public yet. So you can put in your keyword, and it'll go and it'll find all these great products that are hard to find manually when you're just searching for products that you may want to build a site around and monetize for, say, the Amazon affiliate program or the eBay affiliate program. And it gives you ratings and price points, and you can do lots of really cool advanced filters. So this is a product that hasn't been released yet. You guys are going to get early access to it, and like I said, it can find thousands of products in seconds with just a keyword. So it's a really cool tool to have in your arsenal. Okay, so that's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2 is my list eruption product. So this sells for $97. It's actually on version 2.0 because building your list is such a massive part of any business, any online business. This is a really cool piece of software that allows you to capture the person's name and email address on a squeeze page. After they've gone to that squeeze page, we've built a really cool social sharing viral option where the person gets a unique tracking link where you can incentivize them to share your opt-in page or your free content. And for every person that they refer, you can set up extra bonuses that are automatically delivered to that customer or to basically an ambassador of your brand. So it's all about word of mouth, and this is really as autopilot as it can get when it comes to building your email list. You can turn 1 subscriber into 5, 10, 50, 100 subscribers. So it's really, really powerful, and you guys are going to get access to, this is a WordPress plugin, so it works on any WordPress site. So that's bonus number 2. Bonus number 3, if you want to switch, is my Link Builders Toolkit. So this sells for $47. It is a massive database of over 1,400 hand-picked PR3 and up places to get high-quality backlinks. So if you want to try to rank your websites, there's lots of different strategies in terms of driving traffic. If you're focusing on SEO, which Adam talks about, this is a great reference guide to where you can find places to build high-quality backlinks from. So it's a massive collection that has organized by blogs and content sites and coupon deals and directories and ebooks and PR sites. It's a really cool reference for building backlinks. So that's the third bonus that you guys are going to get. And the fourth is 50-plus niche packs. I know that Adam is giving you guys a whole bunch. I'm going to throw on 50 additional pre-researched niche packs that are untapped that you can build out websites around and make money off of them. So you're going to get those 4 bonuses, and I believe we have a 5th one. We have one more bonus that we threw in here. I guess not. Okay, so actually there is one more bonus that wasn't on the screen, which is cool. I'll tell you about it. One of my partners, his name is Chris Guthrie. He's an Amazon expert. He's going to be doing a 1-hour private coaching call with anyone who purchases through nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart. So if you guys know who Chris is, he generates a full, I think he's a 7-figure a year Amazon affiliate. So he builds out niche sites all the time, and he's promoting Amazon products. And so you guys are going to get a 1-hour free private coaching call with him, a group coaching call as well. So Adam, I'll let you go ahead and finish up. I know you want to kind of close up, and then I'm gonna, if you guys can hold on till the end, I have 2 more bonuses that are valued at literally $1,500. I've sold one of the products for $1,500, another one for $200, so actually $1,700 that you guys are going to get access to, and it's really going to make this, if it's not already a no-brainer, I just decided kind of in the middle of this presentation to throw these in there as well. So I'll let you go ahead and finish what you had to say, Adam.
All right, fantastic. That's an amazing lineup of bonuses, Mark. So thank you for that. And guys, so I'll stick around as long as possible and answer questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and just type those into the questions box now. Just a quick heads up, we are already down to, looks like 16 bonuses left. So those are going pretty quickly, and we still have several hundred people on the call. So I would definitely hurry and lock those in now before you miss out on those. Again, that's 8 ready-made niche businesses, which are going to just give you a huge head start. My personal team, again, has created these for you. I've overseen the whole thing and checked through these myself and made sure that they're rock solid. These are the exact types of businesses I'm launching. You just need to take them, apply what I'm showing you in the traffic tutorials to get traffic and start earning income, and setting up a site that again, it's going to be rock solid for years to come. So go to nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart. That's also in the chat box. And I'm going to go through and just answer, again, as many questions as possible. Lynn is asking, how quickly can I make money with this? So Lynn, I can't say exactly how much you're going to make with this because it varies for everyone. What I can say is that a lot of people have come into my training and I've seen them make money within literally days, within a couple of days. And then there's people who come in and it takes them actually a couple of weeks before they start making money. Because it depends on your schedule, it depends on, a lot of it is schedule, a lot of it depends on how much time you have in the beginning to come in and go through everything. I would say if you're brand new and you stay focused and you have an hour a day to work on things, you should be able to pretty easily get your first site up in about a week, and within 5 to 7 days start seeing subscribers and even some commissions coming through. So the first site's always the hardest because you're learning a new skill. It's going to take you a little bit more time because you're learning how it works and you're applying it. But then once you've done it once, it gets just remarkably easier after that. So just keep that in mind as well. As far as the blueprints, so I see a couple people are asking about the downloads. I'm going to put a Dropbox link. Actually, I'm going to have my manager put a Dropbox link into the chat box for you guys so that you guys can just download it straight from there. So the chat box, by the way, that's in your GoToWebinar control panel. You should be able to see it there. And you can also click the join link from there as well. So it looks like we're down to, we're getting dangerously close to losing out on our bonuses here, or running out of bonuses here, which, let me just get a quick update. Okay, it looks like we're down to 9 bonuses left at the moment, so just a heads up there. Guys, you'll still be able to enroll into the program on this call, but even if we run out of bonuses, but definitely I would say if you want access to those, to go soon. Okay. And just going through some more questions here. So someone is asking, will there be an effect on these? So if everyone's getting the same bonuses, will there be an effect on these bonuses? Will it like decrease the results we're going to get from our niche businesses, from our niche packs, from our ready-made niche businesses? And the answer to that is no. It will not have an effect. Number one, we've chosen 8. I've chosen, actually hand-selected these myself, and I've chosen 8 markets that they're big markets. They're very active markets. There's a lot of money in them. So that's number one. We're also limiting these bonuses to just 25 people. So they're very limited, and that's number 2. And number 3, we're giving you options with these sites. You're getting 2 opt-in pages. You're getting 2 different free reports. So you can use those out of the box, or you can also tweak them and make them a little bit different if you want. Truthfully, you don't even have to do that. These are plug and play. and you're going into niches that can accommodate so much competition that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And that's one thing to understand too about the internet. Like a lot of people, we have this idea that the internet is like this enclosed thing that can only accommodate or handle a certain number of sites and competitors, and it's just so much bigger, I think, than a lot of people realize. So don't worry about competition at all. Just use these, follow them, and you'll see results. Okay. So Randy, it sounds like you might be having trouble ordering, and if that's the case, I'm just gonna go ahead and email us. Email us at support@nicheprofitfullcontrol.com, and we'll make sure that you get set up with that. Okay, Jimmer is asking, can Adam speak to some of his success stories? I don't have anyone on the call, but I could definitely show you more success stories. I have a couple slides here. Guys, I'll just pull up a couple more. So, and you can just read these kind of at your leisure. I still want to answer more questions, but I'll just flick through some more slides here with more people who have implemented this. Jimmer, if you'd like to see more examples, just get an update on where we're at with bonuses too. Okay, great. Okay, it looks like we're down to 6 bonuses left. Rob is asking, do you actually create a full-fledged website, or do you use your lead or landing pages as a website? Yeah, I mean, when you launch your first site, it's just going to be really 2 pages. It's going to be your opt-in page and your thank you page, and both of them you can launch literally within a couple of minutes with the landing page creation tool, which is in your members area. All right, guys, and apologies if I have missed your question. I'm trying to go through and just get through as many as possible. I'm going to be stepping away actually in about 2 minutes, and I know Mark wants to come back on, but I'm going to get through as many more questions as possible before I step out. Rob's saying, I assume you need to create a new domain for each niche. Yeah, Rob, you do. You need to register a different domain for each site you build. That's definitely a key part of it, but yeah. And Venu is asking, what about an autoresponder? Don't you need that for list building? Venu, yeah, we covered that in detail in the call earlier. So, and I also mentioned that I was going to be giving you templates for your autoresponder. What do I recommend using as a hosting company? A great place to get your hosting kicked off is HostGator. There's actually a package there, I believe, for $5 a month, and they're a solid hosting company, so I definitely recommend them. And yeah, as far as the site building tool, the way it works is you build your pages in the tool interface, and then you just connect that. There's a little setting where you can connect it with your domain. Wherever you're hosted, it doesn't matter. You can connect it with your domain, and when you click publish, it'll just publish your pages up in real time to your domain. And then if you need to edit your pages, you just edit them in the site builder interface and republish, and your pages go live instantly. So it's super, super fast. All right, Mark, I've tried to get through as many questions as possible. I do have to step off in about a minute. Is now a good time to kind of turn things back over to you?
Yeah, Adam, I know you have a very busy schedule, and so go ahead if you need to take off. What I'll do is I will go through the 2 additional bonuses. If you want to flip the controls over to me, I'll go ahead and share my screen. I can show you guys the 2 other additional bonuses that I just kind of decided during the middle of the presentation to give you guys. And then, Adam, you can step off, and I can kind of take it from here. I can try to answer as many questions as I can on Adam's behalf, but certain things I probably can't speak to, but I can at least show you guys the additional bonuses that you guys can only get on this live call if you guys take action today, okay?
All right, thanks so much, Mark, and thanks so much, everybody, and I'll talk to you very soon.
Okay, guys, so if you can, just let me know that you can see my screen. You should see a piece of software. It's called Social Kickstart. I'm going to show you guys two additional bonuses that you guys are going to be getting access to. If you guys wouldn't mind. Okay, can't see. All right, perfect. So you guys are going to be getting access. Now, Adam talked during the middle of the presentation about Facebook and how Facebook is a large component of building an email list. Obviously, there's over 1 billion users on Facebook, so your target audience is on Facebook, and it's a great place to market and try to siphon members on your fan page or on your Facebook groups over to your email list, so you can market both on your email list as well as your fan page. Okay, we created something called Social Kickstart. We've had this for about 1.5 years now, and it allows you to manage all of your fan pages and groups in one area. Now, there's some really cool features and functionality that are built in here that are really going to help you to scale out your fan pages and groups and put them on autopilot. Okay. Some of what Adam talks about in his training program is going out, finding content or finding things to post on your Facebook groups and then driving them back to your niche sites and building your email list. Okay, well, this is going to help you significantly. Now, this is one of the bonuses that you're going to be getting. Okay, we sell this for $200. And actually, we're taking that off the market, and you're only going to be able to getting monthly and yearly subscriptions to this. So you're going to be getting a lifetime access to the Social Kickstart platform. So as you can see, this is one of my demo sites. I imported a bunch of fan pages. All you need to do is click on Create New Campaign. It connects to your Facebook account, and you can start importing all of your groups and fan pages into the software. Now, once you've done that, say that I have a site around CrossFit training. Okay, so maybe I'm going to take this keyword, and what I can do is go up to Find Content, and someone already says Social Kickstart rules. Okay, awesome. So it looks like some of you guys may even have this software. Now, what I can do is I can search Facebook pages, Facebook groups, Instagram, meme searches, Pinterest, YouTube, Tumblr, and Vine, and I can go out and I can find content that's already doing well on these different sources. So I can see all these different fan pages, and I can get an amazing amount of competitor research just by looking at what people are posting. Now, what I can also do is say that I can sort this by likes if I want to. I can sort by talking about, so I can see which pages are doing really well. So say this CrossFit training page. Get all posts. It's going to go out there and it's going to find all the posts that they have posted on their fan page, and I can sort it by likes, by comments, by shares, and that means that I know which content is doing really, really well, which content are people engaging with and sharing, and that is one of the keys to getting your content found on the news feed, right? When people are checking their newsfeed, there's so much content being bombarded. In order to get it to the top, you need people engaging with it and commenting and sharing. You can see what people like. And so here's one that has 124 likes, 10 comments, and 9 shares. Okay, compared to here's another one, 19 comments, 33 likes. Okay, and you can see which content is going viral and which is not. Now you can take this content. I can go and change the image, I could change whatever the post is, and I could post it now. I could go in here and I could schedule it for a different time. Now, I can also, if I want to, publish this to my LinkedIn accounts and my Twitter accounts, all from this one interface. Okay, I can go in here and I can schedule hundreds of posts in minutes if I wanted to, and I could have content that is scheduled for months or even a year in advance if I wanted to, really, really fast. Okay. Now this is just one source. This was just Facebook pages. Okay. I could do Facebook groups. I could do Instagram if I want to. Go out to Instagram. Look at it's pulling back photos, followers. Last time it was updated. I could add these to my favorite. Any source that you like, add it to your favorites. When you click on favorites, those are the sources that you like and that you want to maybe curate content from to post to your own fan pages. Okay, so I could go here, get all their posts from this source, checking the Instagram profile. I can see all of these different updates and their images, and then I could post it if I want to. Here's a great workout right here. Here's a CrossFit workout. This is great content. Okay, over 1,500 likes and 18 comments. Okay, I can see at a glance which content is going to go viral. Okay, I can do this with YouTube videos and republish them onto my sites. Okay, I can so you can manage all of your content so quickly. So guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg. This thing does all sorts of other really cool stuff. It has a tools area. I don't want to go into all of this right now, but you can do retargeting campaigns. You can create Facebook ads with our builder. Okay, we have a little builder. You don't need to have any type of design experience. You can go up to our templates, pick a template that you like, select it. All of these are different images that you can move around, you can edit, you can add borders, you can add a solid background, you can do all sorts of really cool stuff with this builder. So guys, this is, I'm not going to go through this in detail, but this app is awesome. Okay, it is amazing, and if you're looking to build out lots of fan pages and scale out your Facebook marketing strategy, build your email list for your niche sites, for any type of online marketing, this is a no-brainer. So you guys are going to be getting access to this. I already see a whole bunch of people saying great program. So awesome. Glad you guys like that. That is a $200 value. Okay. I'm only going to be giving this to people who are on this live call right now that are purchasing. So you need to go to nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart. Okay. And you'll get access to it, and you're also going to get access to this bonus, okay? This is my Seller Kickstart program. Now, I did this program. This was a 8-week course, 6 or 8 weeks. I think it was 8 weeks. I can't even 6 weeks. Okay, we did this at the beginning of 2015. We brought on 300 people, and we closed it down, okay? $1,500 was what was paid for these 300 people to be part of this course. This is a product creation and marketing workshop. That's what I do all day, every day. I create products, specifically software, okay? Now, like what Adam was talking about before, with his program, he's going to teach you all about how to create mini niche sites that you can build on, and generate revenue on Autopilot. Now, what he was saying to go from, say, a 7 to 8-figure business, creating your own products, okay? This is kind of the second piece of the puzzle. Now, I know Adam has his own content where he's going to talk about it inside of the course, but this is my workshop that I put my heart and soul into it, and you're going to get access to this. We go into all sorts of detail. We talk about foundational things in terms of how, just like my in-home studio setup. How do I go about creating presentations really fast? We talk about market research, which I know Adam talks about in his course. We talk about product creation, talking about everything from ebooks to software to audio transcriptions to everything, all different types of stuff like that. Okay. How to build out marketing funnels and optimize your funnels, your front ends, your back end offers. We've generated over $20 million in software sales, and we have a company of about 12 developers, 3 designers, 8 support staff, and some copywriters. Now, between all that, I've learned a lot in terms of how to create a product, how to build out marketing funnels, and how to support your products after the sale. And this is really what you guys are going to be learning. Talking about marketing, product marketing, doing a product launch, doing promotions. I mean, there's a lot in here, guys. I don't want to overwhelm you with it. I talk about scaling, how to grow your business, how to hire the right types of people, how to not do everything yourself and put systems and processes in place. Okay, there's just so much in here. We sold this for $1,500. You're going to get access to all the replays, all of the training that was included, all the pre-recorded training, and all of the other bonuses that I've included, inside of the Seller Kickstart workshop. So you're going to get access to both of those. So if you add all that up, that's a $1,700 value. But you need to go to nicheprofitcontrol.com/kickstart in order to get these 2 bonuses. Plus, you're going to be getting the other 4 bonuses. I mean, we're giving you an insane amount of bonuses that you're going to have more than you need to get started. Okay. Obviously, I want you guys to go through Niche Profit Full Control and Adam's system first. After you've gone through that, okay, then you can dive into some of this other stuff. Okay, because there's a lot of content here. Okay. Let's see. I'll try to answer some questions again. I'll do my best to answer questions that are related to Adam's program, but if not, you'll have to contact his support team. Let's see, support at nicheprofitscontrol, fullcontrol.com is, I believe, his support team. Okay, support at nicheprofitfullcontrol.com. Okay. Okay, how do I get access to the bonuses? Basically what's going to happen, guys, is after the live call, I'm going to say, hey, Adam, can you send me a list of the people that purchased and invested into Niche Profit Full Control? I'll send this over to my team. We will get those 2 accounts created to you, and we'll send those accounts to the emails that you used to sign up for Niche Profit Full Control. Okay, so that is how you'll get access to the bonuses that I'm going to be giving. Okay. Let's see here. Would love yeah, guys, I mean, unfortunately, just due to time, I know we've gone over 2 hours. You can go to socialkickstart.co. You can go to sellerkickstart.com to learn a little bit more about those programs. Unfortunately, I want to reward the action takers, and I've learned over the years, and I've coached a number of students, and the ones that take action are the ones that are successful. Okay, the ones who sit on the fence and go, I don't know, you know, that's why I want to give these 2 bonuses, as well as my other bonuses that have a ton of tremendous value. I want to give these to you guys for only the people that are ready to take action and that are on this live call. Okay, so I can tell you right now, you're getting probably 10 times the amount of value from this investment. Okay, from this investment in Niche Profit Full Control. Okay. Why aren't you pushing your course? I see 497 looks great. Jimmer, the reason I haven't pushed it, and actually the reason is because we held that live training for only 300 students. I wanted it to be more intimate, and we did it at the beginning of 2015 in January, and I wanted to be there to have some hand-holding, answer all the questions, and so it was a really private mentorship for 6 weeks. So that's the reason that I haven't really pushed it outside of the program when we first brought on the first 300 members, and really till now. We are going to be doing a Christmas special, kind of a holiday special, coming up probably in the next few weeks on it. But it's going to be, we haven't decided on the price. It'll probably be $500, and you'll get access to the entire program. But it won't be live like we did at the beginning of the year. Okay. Let's see here. I have registered. How do I get the bonuses? Don't worry, guys. If you've purchased, I will get the customer list from Adam, and I'll make sure you guys get your bonuses. Okay. So don't worry about that. I'll try to get them to you probably tomorrow. Okay. So if you can give me 24 hours, I'll get you those bonuses. Support at nicheprofitfullcontrol.com. Yes, that is the correct support email address. The link to get credit for all the bonuses is nicheprofitfullcontrol.com/kickstart. Okay, that's in the GoToWebinar chat panel. Okay. Was so excited I made 3 errors in PayPal logging in and I'm locked out. Big bummer. Okay, contact support. We'll make sure that we get you in. I'm not sure why it's locking you out, or if there's a credit card option. I believe there is a credit card option. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Can this work for my construction company? I mean, it can really work for any type of company. Now, I will say this, that the students, at least from my experience with working with Adam and being inside his program, I know that the types of industries that do best are the ones where there's a passion around it, not necessarily local business, okay? And I'm just being honest with you guys, not to say that it can't work, but anywhere where there's a passion or a desire around something that people like, okay? And there's hundreds of thousands of them out there, okay? Now the big ones are going to be health and wellness, right? Life coaching. I mean, but like Adam was showing you on the training, beta fish, right? People have a like for beta fish, right? Or dog lovers, right? Labs and golden retrievers, right? Those are the types of programs that do really, really well, and types of sites that do really, really well. And Adam teaches you guys all of this on the course, okay? So hopefully that kind of answers your question. If it doesn't, you can obviously contact their support. Okay, guys. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. I know we've gone for a little over 2 hours. Adam had to take off, but if you haven't yet, this is kind of your last chance to at least get the bonuses that I'm offering: the social kickstart and seller kickstart bonus, and then niche profit class or fullcontrol.com/kickstart. It's right in the chat box. You can go in there and make your one payment or 3 payments depending on your budget. Obviously, you're going to save some money if you can do the one payment. But this is, I mean, guys, this is your last chance. No sitting on the fence, guys. The people that sit on the fence are the ones that don't take action and don't improve their situation, right? And I was one of those guys. I did it for a long time. You know, I would attend lots of webinars. I would just watch what people were doing, and I never took action. And until I started to invest into programs like this, invest into mentorships and coaches, that's really when I was able to see life-changing income and change my life. Okay, so all right, guys, I will wrap things up. I will make sure that you guys get your bonuses. Congratulations to everyone who invested into Niche Profit Full Control. Get you your bonuses probably tomorrow. And again, if you have any follow-up questions, you can contact Adam's support team. And I appreciate everybody who stayed on till the end. Looks like we still have a lot of people on the call, so I appreciate everybody who stayed. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of this, and congratulations to everybody who invested into the program. And I look forward to seeing you guys on an upcoming call. So have a good day, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys are in the world, and I look forward to talking to you soon.